Hey, Capricorns and cross watchers, welcome to Bratty's Tarot. I just want to let all of you guys know, as far as personal readings go, I do have private one-on-one Zoom calls with me that are currently available now. I only have 3 left for the month of April, so make sure that you go and schedule with me. With that being said, welcome to your general reading at Capricorn. I'm going to be taking a bird's eye look at your life, your past, your present, your future, what's going on in your mind, your subconscious, advice, outcomes, etc. Keep in mind that this is a general reading. What does that mean? That means this reading could be reversed. I could be picking up on someone's energy that you are energetically or physically linked to, i.e. a boss, a best friend, a lover, a coworker, etc. So keep that in mind, okay? Oh, we got somebody from India here. How cool. All right, what's going on? Show me Cappies. Show me Capricorns. Okay, we got the Judgment here. So there could be a reconciliation that you have in your energy, or you feeling like you're following your path, or maybe needing to make a judgment call. Ace of Cups for your challenge, probably telling you to open up your heart a little bit. The Death card in the recent past, probably an ending or some type of positive change implemented in your life, maybe both. The Moon in the near future, this could be a sense of suppressing your emotions or something that you feel is being hidden from you in the near future here. The King of Swords for what's on your mind. So I like seeing the King of Swords for what's on your mind, because this tells me that you're using your head, basically. This tells me that you are thinking logically, making the right decisions, or attempting to. However, you have the Five of Wands in your subconscious, so maybe a little bit of internal conflict that's going on, or maybe a fight that you had with someone, or an argument that you may have had with someone is still kind of sitting in your energy. For your advice, the Magician. You got what it takes. You have something. You have the talents, gifts, skills, and abilities to manifest what it is that you want, or create what it is that you want. So it's time to start going for it. You have the Seven of Swords for somebody that you could be dealing with. So, obviously I'll have to clarify the rest of this, but this could be a liar, cheater, stealer, manipulator, something like that. This could also be somebody that's avoiding something. The Knight of Swords for your hopes and or fears. It seems like there's a lot of truth that you want to figure out. Like you're trying to get down to the bottom of something. Hey, Lexi, you're trying to get down to the bottom of something. You're trying to find out some information. Hey, Redsky. Hey, Codis. The Page of Cups for your outcome. So probably a love offer. That's probably where this challenge is coming from, okay? Do I want to do a theme? I'm not going to do a theme for the reading. All right, so tell me about this Judgment card. The Two of Cups. I don't want to make this about love. The Six of Swords. All right, I'm just going to be real with you, Capricorn. The Page of Pentacles. I'm just going to be real with you. And, of course, you could be on the receiving end of this. But there's something that you're listening to. Like, you're listening to your intuition when it comes to what it is that you genuinely want. I mean, what it is that really makes you happy. What you look at as your ultimate wish fulfillment. There's something that you're waking up to with that Judgment and that Two of Cups. This is possibly about a love situation. I mean, especially with that Two of Cups. It doesn't have to be, however, okay? The Two of Cups can also talk about a decision that you're attempting to make based around your higher self. So there's some type of resolution or something that you're feeling like possibly you need to move on from to start something anew. This could even be like you thinking that you want to have a reconciliation with somebody and then kind of second guessing it or deciding, yeah, F that, I think I'm going to move on or start somewhere new, because you're listening to your intuition in regards to what it is that you genuinely want. The Nine of Cups is like enjoying your life. It's that sense of independence. There's no codependency about it at all. It's like all about you. Okay, there could be something that you're trying to resolve with someone as well. So let's take a look at this Ace of Cups for your challenge. The Ten of Pentacles. Damn. Okay. That don't look like a challenge to me. Ah, the Four of Pentacles. Okay. There's that stubborn kind of earth energy. The Page of Wands. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. You got the Ace of Cups twice. And the Ace of Swords. Like, shut up. Are you kidding me, Capricorn? You got 4 aces. And 3 aces in a row at the bottom of the deck. There are opportunities upon opportunities upon opportunities for you this month. Now, I know that we have a lot of stuff going on astrologically. We have that Jupiter, we have the Jupiter, guys. We have that Jupiter and Neptune conjunction happening on the 12th. We had that new moon in Aries that happened yesterday. We have the full moon in Libra on the 16th. Then we have that Taurus eclipse on the 30th. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on for everybody astrologically speaking. And I feel like you are not amidst of that. Like, it seems like there's some type of opportunity that you're able to have here. It could be in regards to your finances with that 10 of Pentacles and that 4 of Pentacles, but I feel like there's more. It's like you may be holding on to a certain outcome, or you may be holding on to like a specific dream. And while that's all well and good, I feel like there's a bunch of opportunities that are just kind of shining right in your face, but it's almost like you feel comfortable with where you're at. So you're not really willing to, I'm not going to say you're not willing, but it's kind of like, let me give you an example, right? Like, let's say you've been at a job for a while, okay? Let's say that, you know, you're a freaking, I don't know, you work at Harris Teeter and you stock the aisles, right? And you've been doing that for like, you know, years, and you got a couple of raises here and there, and it's like cool, and it's like whatever, it's like it pays the bills, you know, you're able to have a little bit of spending money or whatever it is. But it's like there's these opportunities that the universe keeps presenting to you, and you're like, oh, no, I don't know. I don't know if I want to risk that. I think I'm just going to stay doing what I'm doing at Harris Teeter. And it's like, okay, you have no idea the opportunities that you're missing out on just by, for the sake of comfort, I guess you could say. Because, I mean, damn, there's 4 aces here, Capricorn. It's like they're just being dropped right in your lap. And it's really needing that confidence with that Page of Wands to go after what it is that you want, or to at least take one of these opportunities. Shit, if you don't want them, you can give them to me. You know what I mean? The Death card for the recent past. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. The Judgment again. Okay, so what's showing up in your energy currently is what happened in the past. So you got some past residual energy that's still showing up now. Okay. The Death card, the Wheel of Fortune, the Judgment, the 9 of Wands. There was something that you had been dealing with for a really long time is what that looks like to me, Capricorn. And I feel like you just got to this point, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to sit here and continuously fight over this or fight for this. It's like you may have been very drawn to something with that Knight of Wands and the Strength, but yeah, the Devil. But I think that you knew something wasn't good for you. So instead of attempting to attach yourself, you're just like, yeah, I'm attracted to this person, or I have a lot of passion for this job, or whatever it is. But it seems like you just got to a point where something had been going on too long, and you're just like, okay, well, if it ends, it ends. If we have a reconciliation, we have a reconciliation. Or if I end up going on this path, then I end up going on this path. It's just kind of like, of whatever happens, happens type of energy. You got the King of, hey, Guz, you got the King of Swords for what's on your mind. The Knight of Swords again. I mean, whatever it is that you're hoping for, because you have that Knight of Swords in your hopes and or fears, you have it on your mind too. The 4 of Swords. This is a lot of mental energy. What are you thinking about? The King of Wands. There's those aces again. If you've already been met with this opportunity, or met with like 1 or 2 or even just one of these opportunities, I'm not going to lie, I feel like you're thinking about it. Or if you're the one that's trying to create these opportunities between you and another person, or just these opportunities in your life, you're very much thinking about it. It's kind of like you are... It's almost like you are healing your sense of confidence. And that's showing up in your challenge with that 4 of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, which talks about being confident enough to go in uncharted territory, basically. Because there are opportunities that you either have in your life already, have been presented to you, or that you want to present to others. And you're thinking very logically, right? Which is kind of a Capricorn thing, if I'm going to be honest. You guys can, when you really want to, be very detached and fucking figure it out, and 1 foot in front of the other, climb up that mountain, right, goats? but it's like you're trying to get down to the bottom of something, or you're trying to figure out how it is that you're going to go after something with whatever opportunities they are, whether it's love, whether it's money, career, maybe fucking, I don't know, friend groups. Basically, you're thinking about the best course of action to get the greatest return with like maybe the least work or something like that. But I don't feel like you're not willing to put in the work. I do. Tell me about that moon for the future for Capricorn. The Death card again. The Knight of Wands. The Five of Swords. Something's kind of killing your confidence a little bit here in the near future. There you are. The Eight of Pentacles, the Devil. I mean, that devil could just simply be you, to be honest. But with the rest of the cards, just with the moon and the Five of Swords, I'm wondering. It's like trying to go after something, right? It's like trying to go after something, maybe you're trying to hit on that new guy or hit on that new girl, or maybe you're trying to, you know, go on uncharted territory in regards to something that you want with like work or, you know, a new hobby, or maybe you want to write that book or whatever it is. But it's like there's so much fear integrated into whatever this is that you're attempting to go for, that it's almost like it's a false sense of confidence, or you're second guessing yourself. I just want to say this, Capricorn, and a lot of earth signs do this. I mean, especially Virgos, but even Capricorn and Taurus, it's like, you know, the Eight of Pentacles is Sun in Virgo, right? And with the devil on top of it, it doesn't really help, because now I'm kind of looking at like Virgo's shadow side. Because like I said, this is Sun in Virgo. It's like something needing to be absolutely perfect, or something has to be just right. And it's like, no, it fucking doesn't. Who said that? Like, who said that? You know? I'm just going to give you an example. I used to work with a private acting coach, right? And I wanted to be an actor. I want to be so many different things, but I was working with a private acting coach, and he did theater with Samuel L. Jackson. So Samuel L. Jackson went up there to like do his lines, and he was like fucking picking his nose and like scratching his ass. And like my acting coach, you know, way back then, he was like, hey, like, you know, Sam, like, do you like, why are you picking your nose and like scratching your ass? Hold on, guys. He was like, why are you scratching your ass and picking your nose? And Samuel was like, what? How do you know that my character don't need to scratch his ass or doesn't need to pick his nose, you know? And the acting coach that was teaching Samuel L. Jackson was like, that was fucking incredible. Like, that was amazing. It doesn't have to be perfect all the time, you know? And I should take my own advice. But just, you know, word of caution. All right. Tell me about the Five of Wands for what's going on in Capricorn's subconscious. The Hangman. You're trying to figure out how to get along better with somebody. There's something in your subconscious where you just feel like you and somebody just cannot get on the same page. You have Two of Wands. You're trying to figure out how to get on the same page with somebody. Ten of Swords, the Temperance. I feel like you've kind of lost your patience in regards to a very specific individual, or maybe you feel like somebody has lost their patience with you. Regardless of whatever that is, you're feeling some internal conflict on a subconscious level because you feel like you can't see the forest for the trees, or you can't see the trees for the forest. And it's just basically trying to figure out, like, damn, what do I have to give, or what do I have to give up in order for this person to see my side of things? You know, how do I go about this? How do I get along with this person? If I'm going to be honest with you, listen, if this is a work situation, I totally get it. Like, my thing is, try not to force something too hard, or try not to convince people of your talents or your gifts or your skills or abilities. One of my biggest things when I'm having issues like in the workplace, or even on YouTube with like people that don't like me or somebody that doesn't like me, okay, that's fine. But all I'm going to end up doing is leading by example, right? I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I pop off at the mouth. My ego gets in the way. You know, my sun sign is the highest degree in my chart, all right? It is what it is. It's my downfall, but it's also, you know, my pride and joy. Pun intended. But, you know, sometimes you just have to lead by example. Like, whatever behavior you want them to project onto you, sometimes you have to live in that behavior. And most of the time, if I'm being honest, it works. And if it doesn't, and somebody is still being a dick cheese or whatever it is, then that's their business. Now, you have clearly seen that you have now hit a wall with this person, and it just is what it is. And it's not going to be anything else until they decide so, right? So just stay about your business, or even if it's a lover or whatever it is, like, lead by example. All right, so Magician for your advice. Ace of Wands. Seven of Swords. Okay, I think this is about your person, because that Seven of Swords is showing up for somebody you're dealing with. The Eight of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. All right. I heard get to going before the going gets tough. Can you just tell me why the Seven of Swords? The Ace of Cups? Are you avoiding something? I don't know. I'm not going to say it's you, okay? But it seems like somebody here is manifesting an opportunity with another person, okay? Possibly a reconciliation type of vibe, something like this. But somebody here, I'm not going to say who, somebody here is trying to avoid it, or trying to hide their emotions, or trying to protect themselves even, maybe. And I feel like this is coming from all right. So I don't like to be vulnerable, right? I despise it, and I'll tell you why. And I've said this before. You don't bleed in front of sharks and not expect to get eaten, right? Well, when you've been through, you know, enough shit in your life, right? You just at some point start assuming everyone is a shark, because that's what everyone has always shown you, right? But there's got to be a point where you stop avoiding these so-called sharks. Maybe they're just fucking clownfish, you know? It really depends. But once you stop avoiding and just make sure that you're implementing boundaries, then you'll be fine, you know? It doesn't mean you gotta bleed on everybody, you know? Doesn't mean you gotta bleed in front of sharks. Just exist. Coming from a place of fear. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like it's you. It doesn't have to be. And I'm not saying it's a fear of vulnerability, but it's an avoidance. It's an avoidance of something. It's a fear of abandonment. It's a fear of being left. It's a fear of not being cared for. That's where that's coming from. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. You afraid of this person? The Eight of Swords. Well, at least there's progress. The Nine of Cups. This person don't know what they want. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, Two of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. This person doesn't really know what they want. Like, it's like they do, but they don't. Because we're going from the Seven of Swords to the Eight of Swords, right? So it's like, this is somebody who's trying to protect themselves as well. And the more that they try to protect themselves, the more codependent or self-indulgent that they become, caring too much about what others think because they're trying to protect themselves. It's like that sense of Like me, right? Like me. Well, I don't want anyone to know that I'm vulnerable. I don't want anybody to know that I have the ability to be vulnerable. Then what will everyone think? They think they could just walk all over me? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to bleed in front of sharks. And I feel like the two of you are mirroring each other. If this is somebody that you're dealing with, okay? Maybe more so them than you, or maybe more so you than them. But it's like, I don't want to invest too much. I don't want to invest too much because what if I waste my time? What if I waste my time? What will everyone think? What will I think? What will they think? You know, it's like really being stuck in their head. This person could indulge in these obsessive mental behaviors, where it's like they get consumed in their own thoughts. You know, this might be somebody who has to be very cautious of their thoughts and the things that they tell themselves. Knight of Swords for your hopes and or fears. You're wanting to get to the bottom of something. The Hermit. The Fool. The Lovers. No. There's that Five of Wands again. The Temperance. You want patience. You want communication. Maybe you even want a little bit of fight. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to purge it out. Sometimes you got to bleed in front of sharks to get them fed, right? You want to get down to the bottom of yourself at the end of the day with that Knight of Swords, the Hermit, the Fool, the Lovers, because you're ready. You're ready, or you're trying to get ready. You're trying to figure out how to get ready. You want to know you at the end of the day. You want to find that hope and that healing again. I think that you shy away from it at some points, like not really wanting to look at certain parts of yourself, maybe. But there's so much more that you want here. First of all, you want you. Like, you want the real you. You want to be able to be you. For some of you, you even want some alone time, but it's like that renewal. Because the Hermit and then the Fool. We're going from the Hermit to the Fool. Crowned by the Knight of Swords. Trying to get down to the bottom of what? The Hermit yourself. Self-awareness, who you are. That light at the end of the tunnel. And from then on, after you figure that out, you're wanting to take that leap. Be like, fuck it. I don't want to hang on to this shit anymore that's keeping me down. Because you're wanting a true, honest-to-God connection. Like a real one. Like that life-altering, life-changing type of connection that you don't find often, if ever. And I feel like that's the way that you feel you're going to be able to attract that to you. Tell me about that Page of Cups. Ooh, Tamika, stop. Oh my God. Bleeding in front of sharks. How about that? I love that. Well, I might have to write that down. Carmen, can you write that down for me? Tell me about that Page of Cups for the outcome for Capricorn. Six of Pentacles. Okay. That's progress. You know, there's somebody here that's opening up. The Page of Cups again. It's a little bit. Listen, it's fucking progress. Okay, we got two Page of Cups here from different decks. The Six of Pentacles. I feel like that's the two of y'all. I feel like that's you and this person. Y'all are both scared. Temperance. See, the thing is that when we lead by example, right? I give, you know, here's something. You know, it's a little bit, Here's something, right? Here's something. All right, what are you going to do? Okay, I match that. It's when you lead by example, like I said, is when you see the greatest results. That's when you're going to see the greatest results. And being patient with one another. It's just like I said, leading by example. And maybe you get to this point where you don't feel like you're bleeding at all. You don't feel like you're bleeding in front of sharks, right? It's fantastic reading. Guided message. Guided message for Capricorn. The Cosmic Heart. Devotion, potency. Make your life a moving prayer. Okay. We got the Seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. So that's kind of showing up here in the near future. It's that, you know, unconscious fear, that false sense of confidence, even maybe feeling like you need to overcompensate it at some times because maybe you don't feel good enough, or you're trying to portray a specific facade to cover up the real one because you don't want to bleed in front of sharks. You're not bleeding at all. You're not bleeding at all. You're leading by example. And that's where you're going to see your highest and your greatest potential. So, Capricorn, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can visit www.BrattysTarot.com. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, as well as hit the big red subscribe button. And make sure that you're following me on Instagram and Twitter as well. I love you guys. I'm going to go and do Virgo now. So if I see you over there, awesome. If not, I will catch you next time. Bye.